What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, October 1st, day number 77 inside the Big Brother house. How is it October already? Veto ceremony took place yesterday. Was Cam just too much to be carried any further? Have Chemo and Rubina accepted their fate? Let's talk about that, plus all the intel drama and more from yesterday's live feeds. But first, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. To give you a little recap, if you haven't been keeping up with what's been going on the feeds, after the double eviction, which took out Leah and Angela, MJ won the final 5 HOH. She nominated Chemo and Rubina with her sights set on Chemo, but after MJ won the power of veto, some debates back and forth with Chelsea, and especially a poor performance from Cam, frustration started to build that maybe he should not be carried any further. Now, yesterday, Chemo and Rubina had opportunities to make their case on why the veto should be used on them, why maybe MJ should make a move. They really didn't do any of that. They kind of just rolled over. They didn't really do anything to save themselves at all. It was really all down to whether or not MJ and Chelsea really wanted to dump Cam this week or later do it in the end. MJ decided not to use her veto. Chemo or Rubina will be evicted. And it's looking like it's going to be Chemo as of now. But I don't think they really have any agency in their final fate, right? Like, it all relies on what Cam, MJ, Chelsea want to do. Mainly Chelsea, right? Like, it's mainly like, hey, who does Chelsea want to leave this week? That's what will end up happening. Chemo, again, like I said, seems to have accepted his fate, but he did have some chats, right? He talked with Cam about the vote. But again, Cam pretty much told him, like, yeah, I'd like for you to stay, but I got to talk to Chelsea, see what she wants to do. He also talked to MJ about saying, like, hey, can we talk later? Which she later then told Chelsea, she's like, Chemo wants to talk, and I don't want to talk to him. He didn't even want to talk to me before the veto. Why should I talk to him now? Which, to be fair, she has a point. Chelsea told her, you know, like, it doesn't really matter anyway. She's only really worried now at this point about Cam, whether or not he will take Rubina or them in a final 3 scenario. And they worry about that, but they do think in the end, Cam will take them to the final 3 over Rubina. They even kind of acknowledge that, you know what, Cam's best chance at winning is probably against Rubina, and actually thinks that he could beat Rubina. I'm not 100% sure that he would beat Rubina, but it is close. Maybe it's probably his best opportunity. I would agree on that point, but they do think in the end he would end up taking them over her in a final 3 scenario. Chelsea also made very sure that Cam knew how close he was to going on the block this week and how devastated she would have been if it happened. But they ended up surviving, so just making sure he kind of latches on even more. Another thing that I noticed with Chelsea is, and I don't know if any of the others have either, I haven't really seen if they're doing that on their own. I know earlier in the season they used to do it in groups, but Chelsea has started going over the days, competitions, studying up on all the events that took place in the house over the season. As we all know, those final competitions always include that information, whether it's literally just asking about which days and you have to put the numbers in on the box. We've seen ones where you have to put the competitions in order and do the zip line. They've done that a couple of times now, even last season. I'm pretty sure that was the competition for the final 3 HOH. So we've seen it come up year after year. It's very important to have all that information of who won HOH, who was nominated, who won veto, what day that happened on, what competition was it called. All of this information is very critical in these final weeks. So it's good to see Chelsea starting to go over it, and not just going over it by herself, not, you know, helping others along the way. I understand maybe like early in the season if you do that, right? Maybe for the first couple of weeks, or even if you're in a group and they start doing it and like you just kind of play along with it, right? But you should not be contributing good information, right? If anything, if you're in one of those group discussions, you'd be like, oh, was that day 46? I think that was 46, when you clearly know it was 42, right? You should be not, involving yourself in that. You really want to just be studying on your own. We've seen house guests do like study tools where they've had different things in keeping like almost like a calendar with candy and other things like that. So anything you can do to freshen up on that information as we head into the final, especially for someone like Chelsea, who is in such a great position in the game. If we take another look at our allegiance chart for the final five here, she's in such a great spot. I think the only people who maybe would be in a similarly good spot would be Cam, because I think Rubina would even acknowledge that she probably has a better shot against Cam than she would against Chelsea or MJ. I think MJ is probably the lowest on the rung of the final four as they start heading in. And this is all, again, assuming that Chemo will be the one to leave. We know how these house guests are. They're very emotional. They can flip on a dime. But I think in the end, it's going to end up being Chemo who is sent out on Thursday, joining the jury. So of the final four, I feel like, yeah, if any of them are smart, you could say, hey, bring Rubina along. But if we go back to our cast chart where you can see the jury, if you think about who's going to be in the jury, T-Core, Chemo are locked in votes for Rubina. Maybe not against Chelsea. Maybe T-Core would end up voting for Chelsea as well. But you got to would think if you're MJ or Cam, you got to be careful taking Rubina, right? There are two locked in votes. Easily they could pull in potentially Quinn as three, and then you would just need one more. If you sent out somebody a little bit bad, maybe you got Chelsea or Cam to be bitter at you if you're MJ as they're on the way out. That's four, and then you're done for. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they're all managing this. I think Chelsea right now is doing the best job of managing the jury as they're on their way out, even going up to Chemo and kind of doing her best to soothe the pains of him leaving. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out as we head on to finale night, which is coming sooner and sooner. I still cannot believe we're already in October. We're just a little bit more than a week and a few days away from finale. So it is just crazy how quickly this season went by. It's also, like I said in yesterday's update, I'm ready for it to wrap up, but I have loved this season so much. So let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. What do you think of them not using the veto? Should they have flipped on Cam and thrown him out this week? Are they doing the right thing by breaking up the duo? Should Chemo leave over Rubina? And who do you think going into this final four has kind of the best shot in the game? Let me know in those comments down below. Thank you guys all again so much for watching. We hit 15K subscribers. I gotta think of something cool to do, some kind of special. I have one idea for a video that I gotta mention. It might take a little bit long for it to really be a 15K subscriber kind of a thing to really do that justice. But I got to think of something. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments down below. We'll figure out something. Thank you guys all again so much for watching. If you are new here, though, hit that subscribe button. You like this video? Hit that like button. You made it all the way to the end of this video. Smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Speaking of, there is no episode on tomorrow, so it's going to be a 2-hour episode on Thursday. We go live for the eviction episodes, so we'll be here on the channel doing some reactions, a little watch party for that. We'll also be live on Friday, so you're not going to want to miss the update where hopefully we'll get some information on who won HOH, the final four HOH. Not as much power, but definitely locks you into the final three. So you're going to want to come check that out as we discuss all that on Friday morning as we go live. But also, thank you guys all so much for the love and support you show me here. If you want to check out more of my socials, check out a pinned comment description down below. You can check out things like the Twitter and the Discord. Discord's a great community we got over there. Tons of people always chatting about all kinds of things, not just Big Brother, but tons of other great topics as well. Kick and Twitch, definitely go make sure you're following them because we're going to be very active on that now that we're finishing up with the season. And check out things like the Ori Fund and Throne if you guys want to do that too. But the easiest thing, if you want to support me the most, just hit that thumbs up button. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
I might have over-seasoned this. And you know what?
What are you putting? Just pepper?
Salt and pepper, garlic salt and pepper.
Did you add more salt? Or...
Yeah, I did.
Oh, the garlic salt's super salty.
I know, because I flipped it, though.
Ah, okay. Well, you're good. Who cares? Fuck it.
Because I feel like, you know...
It'll be fine.
Plus, like...